Hi, I'm going to show you how to create a staff grant record. So you go to Salesforce, click on Staff, Director Staff, Grant, Proposals, New. Look at this screen and you'll select which record type makes the most sense. I'm going to say US. And then you're going to fill out all of these different fields. I'm going to do Wildlands Network because it's right there. This is all fake. Fake proposal is the proposal name. The status is awarded because staff grants are instantly awarded the moment that they are invited. Director of Staff. Lead program. I'm going to say it's Conservation Science. The docket autofills. The grant code will autofill as soon as you press save. Amount requested. Ignore the second, third, and fourth year. Put in amount awarded. Ignore all these fields. The decision date is the date you get the invite from the program teams. Same with award date and start date. For staff grants, they're month-long, so it's the end of the month. Put in the purpose. You'll ignore. Hi, I'm going to show you how to create a staff grant record. So you go to Salesforce, click on Questions, and Director of Staff, Grant, Accept, Fund Completely, Proposals. You would put in the tags as needed. So if this was a general support, you'd do general support. This screen, and you'll select which record type makes the most sense. I'm going to say US. No grant reporting on these. Press save. And then you're going to fill out all of these different fields. I'm going to do Wildlands Network. And then you go back in after you've saved it. This is all fake. Change the proposal owner to the person that sent you it. So I'm going to say that it was awarded because staff grants are instantly awarded the moment that and then you're going to go in and fill in various fields. Staff, the first one I like to do is the contact roles program. And what this does, Science, pulls in all the staff members that are in that autofills. The grant code will autofill as soon as you press save. So I know that Greg Costello is the requested. I'm going to put ignore a little check there and make him the primary. The primary application contact, which is also this little, that's what this, all these checkboxes signifying is the decision date is going to be sent the letter invite, and they're going to be sent the award email. Same with award date and start date. If you don't check this box, for staff grants, they're month-long, so it's the end of the month. Press save. Put in the purpose. It shows up there. And then this related button, you'll ignore, shows you all the same fields that are up here in this related quick links. I prefer to use the quick links because it's just questions. Don't need portal permissions, except the contact roles will. He'll show up as one in here once you would put in the tags as needed. So if this was a general support program, do general support. If it was multi-budget, you do multi-budget. If it was a fiscal sponsor, you do fiscal sponsor. The program would be Conservation Science. No grant reporting on these. And then you put in the amount for each of these fields. Ignore the payment field. And then you go back in after you've saved it. Change the proposal owner to the person that sent you it. So priority region allocation. And then you're going to go in and fill in various fields. The first one I like to do is the contact roles. And then CSP is Conservation Science Program. What this does, press edit there, pulls in all the staff members that are in that organization record, which is really handy. So I know that Greg Costello is the lead. I'm going to put no reports for staff grants. A little check there, make him the primary. The primary application contact. If you needed to write a note, you could. That's what ignore notes and attachments is signifying is the person that's going to be sent the letter, and they're going to be sent the award email. So he's been checked. If you don't check this box, it won't get pulled into the template, and I'll show you that. You would change the status from proposed to check request. It shows up there. And then you would put in the payment date, and that would be the date that you would like it paid. But and then this related button shows you all the same fields that are up here in this related quick link. So you will go in later to use the quick links because it's just simpler. Save. Don't need portal permissions. The contact roles he'll show up as one in here once we refresh. You'll see the contact contributing program. There's Greg. Press new. It's nice you can hover over this. Pulls in the request. The program would be conservation science. Payment. And then you'd put in, then what you'll do is you're going to send an email to Greg letting him know that this is happening. Ignore the payment over in this section on the right. Save. Click into this email and it autofills you and the person, Greg, who's the primary. Priority region allocation. And then you're going to insert a template into here, which will also have the subject. And it's this little insert creator update. Priority region for recently used templates will show up here. But if your template isn't in here that you've used, you're going to click insert template there. Let's say it gives you this screen, which is kind of overwhelming, but it has the templates. Classic is the one we always use. If you had your own templates that you use, no reports for staff grants, you will use all file, but not yet, or classic. If you needed to write a note, you could. Ignore notes and attachments. Then you would do payments. Be director staff. If this were a Canadian staff grant, it'd be that. Click on that. Put in the amount. And then it pulls it all in. The allocation. See that. If you need to pop this out if you want to propose a better view, request. Click on that. And then you would put in the payment date, and that would be the date that you would like it paid, but the payment date's dependent on the office manager and when they, and then you're going to press send. So you will go in later and update all this information. And then that email will actually show up down here later after it's been sent. Then what you'll do is create a payment request for the office manager to cut the check. So you're going to scroll up here. It's nice you can hover over this little down arrow, that, click payment request, payment. Then what you'll do basically is you're going to send an email to Greg letting him know that this is happening. That pulls in over in this section on the fields into a Word document that you'll then print this email, and it autofills you and give to the office manager who's the primary. And then you're going to insert a template into here, which will also have the subject, and it's this little insert creator update. Click on that. Recently used templates will show up here, but if your template isn't in here that you've used, you're going to click insert template. You'll put in the due date. If there's a date in which you want it, which is kind of overwhelming, but it has the templates out. Give it to the office manager. Classic is the one we always use. If you had your own templates that you use, go back to the record. It would show up here. All templates. Then what you'll do is create an award letter. Has all the many different shared templates. Be director staff. If this were a Canadian staff grant, it'd be that. You did the payment request. On that. Click the down arrow and you'll press agreement, and then it pulls it all in. You can see that. And this is going back to that same location where you had the get a better view template. Click on that. This has all the award letter and grant agreement templates. You can see it this way. So director, staff, award letters, and then you choose, and it'll show you that. And then you're going to press send, and then that will send it to Greg. And again, and then that email will actually show up down here later after it's been sent. Then what you'll do is create a payment request for the office manager to cut the check. So you're going to scroll up, save this, and then after the check has been cut, click payment request. You would just add enclosed check number, and you put the check number in. Basically what this is, it's a template, and then you would scan it with the fields into a Word document that you'll then print, payment request, and then attach it and give to the office manager and cut the check link, which lives here. Click on that, open that up, add, and then this is the payment request. Go find the file, you'll put in the due date, if there's a date in which and then you want to attach it. It's not just leave it blank. Then you'll print this out, give it to the office manager, and you can just delete this. You don't need that anymore. Go back into payments, go back to the record, and update. Then what you'll do is create you'd add the check number and a word letter. You change the status to paid. It's very important for reporting. And then you put in all the same way you did the payment request. You'll click the down arrow and you'll press agreement. And this is going back to that same location where you had the payment. And then you would want to verify the tax status. I do this at the end. Has all the award letter. Most of our grantees templates. We fund to direct your staff so we know award letters, the one you would choose. Their 501c3, but we have to do this for each proposal. So you click here, verify 501c3, and again, this is just pulling in all those fields. Say yes. So this is pulling from the IRS website. And then there's this. It's pulled in gray because he's the primary. You want the most current dates. It's usually within the month. You would save this. That lets you know. And then after the check has been cut, to request that way, you would just add enclosed check number, and you put the check number in. And then you're done. Save this. That is. And then you would scan it with the check, and then save it, and then attach it to that files link, which lives here. Click on that. Add. Upload. Go find the file, open, and then you would attach it to here. Go back into payments and update. You'd add the check number. You change the status to paid. It's very important for reporting. And then you put in all of the correct dates and then save. And then you would want to verify the tax status. I do this at the end. Most of our grantees we fund to continually, so we know that they have their 501c3, but we have to do this for each proposal. So you click here, verify 501c3, say yes. So this is pulling from the IRS website. And you just look at these dates. You want the most current dates. It's usually within the month. That lets you know. You could go back to the request that way. And then you're done. That is creating a staff grant.